You described the events of 1915 and thereafter as mass killing and murder. Mass killing and murder, though, are not synonymous with genocide, are they? You can have murder and you can have mass killing, and that's not the same as a genocide, is it?
That's correct.
But some mass killings are genocide, right?
That's also correct.
Would you describe the mass killing during the Holocaust as a genocide?
Yes.
Would you describe the mass killing in Cambodia as a genocide?
I'd like to reserve only because I'm not as familiar with that.
Would you describe the mass killing in Rwanda as a genocide?
We've used that word. The administration has used that word, yes, sir.
And would you describe the mass killing in Darfur as a genocide?
I'd like to reserve on that, but I believe that we've used that word.
You have used that word. I can tell you have, and we should. Would you describe the mass killing of the Armenians as genocide?
This administration and the president's policy is not to use that word, although I want to be clear, we have never denied the historical facts of the mass killings, murders, forced exile, and brutality that occurred in those years. Well, matters of historical fact.
I would only say, Mr. Secretary, that in your original testimony you said that we encourage Turkey to come to grips with its past.
That's true,
if
sir.
If we are not willing to come to grips with the past ourselves, if we are not willing to come to grips with a genocide that all reputable historians have labeled as genocide, if we, the most powerful nation on earth, are not willing to come to grips with that history, why on earth should Turkey?
Congressman, that is a powerful, powerful argument. I would say this, that if we want Turkey to come to terms with the dark spots of its own history, which we believe it should, we believe that it is better not to use this word, but to help and encourage Turkey and urge Turkey to open its collective mind and discuss this issue. What I have said publicly...
Mr. Secretary, because my time is limited, I would just say I think it's important for us to lead by example. But let me turn to the blockade. You've said that we should decouple resolution of Karabakh with ending the blockade, and I agree completely. I appreciate the chairman's making that observation at the outset. We should push forward as aggressively as we can to resolve the Karabakh conflict peacefully, but we should decouple that from the issue of the blockade. You said you are encouraging Turkey to end the blockade, but I don't hear you say anything with any greater specificity. Can you tell us what steps, if any, we are taking to compel Turkey to stop the blockade that is so injuring Armenia?
First, let me state again that I completely agree with you that resolution of Nagorno-Karabakh should not be a precondition. Turkey should open its border with Armenia. That is our position. We are working closely with Turkey and with Armenia to encourage them to normalize their relations. There are, as I have said...
Mr. Secretary, I just have a minute left before you get cut off. Can you tell me precisely what steps we have taken, if any, beyond encouragement, what steps we have taken to get Turkey to end the blockade?
We have encouraged them. We have told them that we believe this is in their interests, and we have worked with both governments, including Armenia, to facilitate a process of normalization of relations.
I would just say, Mr. Secretary, that I think we need far more aggressive steps, or we will be having this conversation 5 or 10 years from now while the blockade continues and while Armenia's economy continues to deteriorate. I don't see the progress that you referred to. I don't see it on the genocide issue, where Turkey last week just convicted another Turkish writer of violating Turkish law by referring to the genocide. I don't see any progress on that front, and I don't see much progress on the economic front either. And I think in the absence of specific steps, we're not likely to see any change in Turkish policy.